Welcome. This is the new season of General's Division. And my opponent here is General Jippy, who I also played last season. And he's consistently a tippy top player, frequently ranked #1 allies, top rank Axis as well on the ranked leaderboard rather. And so let's take a look at the game. He did an unusual 2 infantry, 3 tank, and he's kind of famous for being a little bit off meta, which makes it very entertaining to play. And he attacked West Russia, had a fantastic West Russia, only lost 1 infantry, and failed Ukraine, which in my mind gives a slight advantage to the Axis, even though he had a really good West Russia, because this gives me the opportunity to stack Ukraine, which puts a lot of pressure on the Allies. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to buy 6 tanks and 1 infantry to go for a tank rush build. If he had even 1 less unit here, I could just defend Ukraine without the transport, but I think it is best to still send some transports over to make sure this is very safe. Okay, so not too much combat here in the first turn. We're gonna take out that destroyer to make it so the UK Navy can't move too freely. I'm planning to offload infantry and artillery in Ukraine to add more pressure. Okay, that looks good. Oh, that was pretty sweet. Okay, that is nice. Okay. Good turn. Let's take... I think I might just take the AA gun instead of the artillery here. And the reason I'm thinking about doing that is the AA gun is going to have limited use, and this, it's farther away than the infantry and artillery, and we're going to need them mostly for defensive purposes and not offensive purposes. Okay, 7-5, that should be correct. Let's take this. Actually, do I need that extra fighter? Let me punch it into the calculator real quick to see if I can get away with it. I do not need those full fighters. That will be helpful to me. Whoa. I'm considering whether or not I want to put 5 infantry here to maximize pressure to try and crush in on West Russia. But the downside of doing that is he can do a very profitable strafe there. And I'm not quite sure what the right decision is, because if he does strafe or decide to conquer that, then normally you'd be able to counter and crush West Russia, but since he has 8 infantry, I'm not completely certain I can take him out, especially since, yeah, with that strong start. So I'm just going to hedge a little bit. I'm going to just put 3 infantry and an AA gun there. We're going to set our defense profile to group submerge, so the subs will submerge if his destroyer dies. Anti-aircraft after infantry. And the reason we do the anti-aircraft after infantry is it can make people misjudge how a strafe will go. Because if they say, oh, I only have a 10% chance of conquering it if I attack with, you know, this many units. But if the anti-aircraft is set to last, then if they get 3 hits, they'll automatically conquer the territory and be forced to kill the AA gun. And if they don't kill the AA gun, you know, they just get 1 or 2 infantry, hey, a 5 unit survived. 5 IPC units survived instead of infantry. So that's the general idea behind it. Maybe I should add... Should I do the 5 infantry or not? It's tough to say. I think I'll leave it like this. I'll hedge a little bit. And we'll go from there. And since I pulled back 1 fighter, I should be able to defend northwestern Europe from the UK attacking it. He'd only be able to hit with 5 units and bombard, and I'd have an AA gun and better stats overall and could crush his fleet. So I don't think he'll go for that. Okay, one last check here. Should I? Oh, I missed an infantry. Glad I double checked. I was thinking, there should be 8 here, not 7. I think this should be good. Maybe I'll send even 1 less to Baltic, because I already gonna have 4 infantry and a bunch of tanks I can hit this with. So I doubt he'll move everything there. Even if he does move everything there, we can let him have Karelia for Caucasus. Okay, I think that's it for turn 1. And we're going to put the infantry down here. That's going to die, but he's almost... No, maybe I won't put the infantry down there. Maybe I'll put it here. There's no way this survives. So... And it's not certain whether he'll go for France or not with what I have here. Okay, that's it for now, and I'll see you guys next time for Japan 1. Welcome back, it's Japan 1, and let's take a look at what Jippy did. So, killed the transport for free, killed this transport for free, lost an aircraft carrier, that's average, hit Quang Tung. That's a little lucky that we survived with the unit. And we whiffed absolutely everything in C-Zone 7, so that sucks a little bit, but what can you do? So nothing too outstanding other than him hitting Quang Tung, which is such a weird move to me that only Jippy would do, huh? And he pulled 2 away from New Zealand since he didn't hit France for whatever reason. I couldn't sink his fleet with 3, so I probably would have gone for it, but is what it is. So let's just do the standard India pressure, infantry, tank, and 3 transports. We need to be a little bit careful with our fleet since he has that bomber left over. Can that plane hit 1, 2, 3, 4? No. Okay. That's a lot of artillery. I'm almost wondering if I should send 2 infantry instead, because he killed the infantry here. Something to consider. I think I'll keep it as is for now because I think I'll keep it as is for now. Normally I'd like to land all 6 planes here, but since this bomber's still alive, I'll need to protect this sea zone a little bit. Maybe I still can. Let me see, if I leave the battleship there, yeah, I should be able to still do that. Still defend sea zone 60 with a battleship and a destroyer. This is a little tempting since it's double loaded. Let's hit this. It's a pretty low chance of success, but big payoff. But I don't think I'll do that. I think I'll just keep my fleet safe. I can hit this with more, but do I need to? Be nice to keep the aircraft carrier here. Weird position having this Quang Tung kind of emptied out like that. Could also send the tank down, but I think I'd like to save the tank so I can have more pressure on India because he kept his troops there. And he sent 2 from India to hit Quang Tung, so his India defense is going to be very fragile. So I think I have a pretty strong India 3 timing. All else equal. Jippy almost always does the 2 ocean strats when I see him, but we'll see how it plays out. Yeah, I think this is good. Unless I want to send the 2nd aircraft carrier. Probably should send the 2nd aircraft carrier because I won't need it to defend Sea Zone 60. So might as well reduce the odds of missing and him killing something with his cruiser. Or maybe I'll just keep the aircraft carrier in Sea Zone 62 since a destroyer defends at the same rate as an aircraft carrier, but a destroyer attacks it too. Because it'd really suck if that destroyer killed something. Okay, I think this is the right move. I'm just wiffle-waffling on if I want to send 2 infantry instead of that artillery here. It'll reduce my attack power a little bit, but if I want to trade in the future and he gets 2 hitbacks, it's going to be less cost efficient. I'll just keep it as is. Well, he doesn't have any tanks I can blitz into here. Unless he gets 3 hitbacks here, we should be fine. Alright, we'll pull the trigger. Well, glad I bought 2 planes, because I had exactly the amount of hits I needed. This is an important battle. It's actually really important that I take this. Ah, that sucks. That sucks. Not only did I not kill it, it lived. That's gonna hurt the India timing too. Well, he's getting pretty good hitbacks. He's gotten 3 hitbacks. You're usually supposed to only get 2 hitbacks in this situation. Okay. Oh, he got a 4th hitback. That hurts a lot. Oof. This has been a pretty abysmal. Losing 4 infantry. Wow, I killed 5 infantry and lost 4. This is pretty abysmal turn. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. And I even skipped Pearl Harbor, so I'd have extra good odds. Ouch. Ouch. Ugh. And since this is hit, he can take this pretty easily with these 3 infantry, and I can't take these 2 spots. Means I'll probably have to send a unit up here to deal with it next turn. Oh, man. That was wretched. Wretched turn. Oof, that really sucks. Okay. See you guys next time for Germany 2. Welcome back. It's Germany 2, and let's take a look at what Jippy did. So he did a full buy here for Navy. Looks like a kill Japan first, which is very strange against a tank rush. So he took the Solomon Islands. Did standard buy with Russia. Now here's where things get weird. He attacked Ukraine here, and it was a 34% to conquer. Very IPC negative fight for him, but he got incredibly strong results here. So that really, really sucks. He got a top 21% roll, and I'm shocked he did it, but it really paid off for him. So what I'm thinking here is I'm probably going to buy land units, a bomber, because he's probably going to want to land here with the US, so I want to hit that with a fighter and potentially some other things. Let me check my defense profile. Let's set that to default. And we'll go from there. So first things first, let's send 1 infantry here. Oops, no, I do not want to attack with those. I don't want to attack with these units because I want them to defend Northwestern if possible. I think I'm just going to have to give him the Free France if I want to still hit Sea Zone 3, which I do. Man, that was really unfortunate. Huh. Let me calc some things out. He can hit that with a lot, right? What can he hit that with? 7, 8, 9 infantry, 2 artillery, 2 fighters, and I can put... Okay, I'll need at least 1 fighter here from Japan. I think that's about the thick and thin of things. I think I'm going to pull back here. Let's see, is he going to send his Navy here? His Air Force? Yeah, he can get a pretty good trade-off with this. Hopefully we can one-round him with... Oh, he missed. Still, he should have never taken this territory. He's playing with house money there. Okay, do I want my units here? I think I'll... move these guys back. I'll move this here to deter a France attack, which we'll probably go for. Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 versus... yeah, it's not good odds for me. Ugh, the fact that he didn't lose any units here and got this attack really slows things down. I have to really think about where I want to place these fighters. How valuable is it to me to defend? Versus push everything over to attacking Russia. I could move this into France because I'm pretty sure that's where he wants to attack. But if I do that, he can hit C-Zone 3, stack everything up here, and I won't be able to get much done. And again, he can also hit this. Maybe it's best to just give up France because he can hit this with two stacks of units. Yeah, if he 2-1 punches, if he hits there with the British and then he hits there with both the US units and wipes out all of those planes, I don't think I can afford a setback like that. And putting the units here gives me a little bit more flexibility to attack Russia more aggressively. Alright, I think that's all we can do. Huh. Some tough dice, but honestly, going for the strategy that he's going for against a tank rush just seems really risky. Really risky. But we'll see how it pans out. I also think I have some good odds here with planes. I can hit this with the planes and the sub to sink these units. And that will allow me to just disregard his navy. So we'll see how this pans out. Welcome back, it's Japan 2, and let's take a look at what Chippy did. He bought enough transports to get him up to 4, and... oh darn, he got that. Oh, that... oh, these... oh, the bad... well, I mean, it's expected, but... Oh, these kind of nasty dice are putting us in a awkward position. So, okay, well, the next course of action is I'm just going to buy 3 subs, some land units to try to stave off the horde of American ships coming in. Well, hopefully we can kill the... yeah, we can kill Russia with Germany, but we'll see how that goes. Alright, so let's pull the trigger. Alright, let's start out with the easy fights. I believe I need at least 2 fighters here. He can hit that with 10 infantry, 2 are 12, 13, 14 units. So by adding the fighters in there, should make that attack unattractive. I was wondering if let's see the transport going here. Maybe I'll change that up. See if we can get Jippy to sacrifice maybe I'll use the... let's see, what am I hitting there with 2 fighters? Where should I land this guy? I'm a little tempted to land it here, but he can hit that with 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, and then he'll land the fighter there, so that's a little bit less attractive, but I would really like that income. Wonder if I can defend that. I can defend it, but do I want to, is the question. Because I want more ships to kind of dead zone this area. Maybe I'll just have them there. It's a little awkward position because we're so light on units from all the hitbacks we suffered as Japan. Then he got that really lucky Ukraine battle against Germany, which set us back, but I think we have the superior tactic, even if he's getting a little bit better on the dice side. I think him going kill Japan first into a tank rush is just a flawed strategy in my opinion. I think it just doesn't work, or it's very hard to work, because Russia just won't be able to last long enough unless they get incredible dice. Okay, I think that's about all we want to do here. I could put the battleship here to defend that and get that extra territory, deny Russia some income, but the downside of that is I don't know if I could defend C-Zone 40. I don't know if I could defend that spot if he chooses to go all in on it, so I think I won't risk it. Okay, so you can hit this with 4 planes, 5 planes. You can hit this spot with 5 planes, and we're gonna have... Okay, we should be safe. Okay, let's pull the trigger. It's also a little tempting to try to go for India. But he has... I wonder if I should go for India. He can pump in quite a few units. I think I'll pass on the India battle. It's just too tight. Too tight. I'm down too many units and I didn't buy bombers already. At least we've one-rounded him. At least that infantry only killed 2 of mine instead of 3. Would have been a hero infantry. Okay, nice, nice, nice. Can't complain about the dice this turn, but early dice are better than late game dice. Okay, so... maybe I'll land that there to put my guys in a better position. Is this defendable? If he hits that with, you know, with 3 planes, 2 infantry, that should be safe. This should be safe too. Well, I'm adding everything I can, so I don't need to calculate it because there's nothing I could change other than sacrificing these 2 units, which I'm certainly not going to do. Let's check our defense profile. Default, good. Oh, these kill Japan first are always a little stressful as both sides. You have to take into consideration how many land units do I build to put pressure on Russia versus slow down the US from taking the money islands, and it can be hard math to figure out, or you know, sending fighters over here to defend. So I think we're still in an okay position. Japan's weaker than I would like. Russia's a little bit stronger than I would like. But I think we're going to get some real traction here with Germany. Should be able to take Caucasus and then hopefully kill Moscow turn 5 or 6 if all goes as planned. So, okay, well, I think that despite the bad luck, I think we're playing the superior strategy here. So I think we're still okay. So, unless he gets another crazy West Russia attack next turn, but he shouldn't. Well, he shouldn't have gotten the Ukraine. But it should be IPC negative for him. Okay, see you guys next time for Germany 3. Welcome back. It's Germany 3, and let's take a look at what Jippy did. He bought a bunch more navy to keep the pressure up on Japan. Cooksey King, no hitbacks. Russia, no attacks. Okay. So for this turn, I'm just going to buy a big stack of infantry to keep moving towards Moscow and to, you know, stall what he's trying to do here with UK. So we'll lock that in. So the first thing I was thinking about when I saw this is, do I want to move here? And I calculated the numbers. It's like a 44% chance to conquer, but he's very likely to, you know, be a mutual suicide here, which I think is exactly what he would want, because then he could just blitz in with the US and take all of this for free. Whereas if I keep these guys here, I can at least keep the Africa income for a little longer and stall a bit. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Over here, I'm just going to trade. I think maybe I'll use an artillery here to keep this secure. Let me quickly calculate. Can he take out my Karelia stack if I put 3 fighters there? I'll have 5 infantry, 3 fighters, and he will have 3 fighters, 1 bomber, and a cruiser. He has pretty good odds. I don't think I can hold Karelia. Therefore, I won't try to hold it. Yeah, I care about Caucasus more at the moment. Yeah, I can't hold it and safely take Caucasus. It's a little bit of a conundrum here. Well, actually, hold on. If I take here, well, let's calculate it after we see how the rolls all pan out. If I were to... Yeah, it's a little dicey, and he wants to trade with me. Oof. The bad rolls continue. Ouch. Ugh. That really sucks, giving USA extra income. Oh, it really sucks giving USA extra income. KJF. Oh, come on. Ah, oh, these are abysmal rolls. Ugh, I lost 16 to kill 15. Wow, that's horrible. Maybe I should leave this unprotected. Just let him take it if he wants. That really is not what I wanted. not what I wanted. Because if I took this, he couldn't land one of his fighters there, so he wouldn't be able to hit this, and I could keep Karelia. Oh, wow. Trading IPC negative on the offense is super painful. Oh well. Shoot. Shoot, shoot, shoot. That really hurts. Now he can take all of this next turn if he wants. Getting nickel and dimed with these tiny little hit backs into a disadvantageous position. Okay, let's check my defense profile. I'm gonna make it a second here in case he tries to strafe Caucasus with the UK, do a kind of a suicide move to do a 2-1 attack there. I don't think he'll do that, but it's possible. It's possible. Really hate giving up Karelia. Let's see. Well, hold on. If I were to put everything here, that would give me 7 infantry. That's still an IPC positive attack. He'd definitely go for that. Well, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade, huh? I think this is all I can do. It's really sad. Well, I was going to put the artillery up there originally, but not anymore. Well, we'll see. Knowing Jippy's gambling nature, he might hit this and try to do a two-way attack here. But, well, I don't know. It feels a little suicidal if he does that sort of attack. Feels a little suicidal for him to do that. I don't think he will. His odds are super low, especially since I can add more Japanese fighters. Okay, well, we'll see how it plays out. I think, even though I've been getting poor dice, I think his strategy is a lot more difficult to pull off than mine. So we'll keep going. Okay, see you guys next time for Japan 3. Welcome back, it's Japan 3. Let's take a look at what Jippy did. Looks like he bought 2 destroyers to try and protect Sea Zone 8. He hit Karelia, no losses. Failed France, but that's not as impactful as you might think it is because he can just take it with this artillery. So I'm actually considering hitting that with a Japanese fighter. To Took Burma, no losses, crud. And looks like he moved this sub here, which is a little bit of a bait because I can't defend Sea Zone 47 without this fleet here, so I just lose a destroyer for a sub if I went there, and I don't think that's a good trade since it's a UK sub, so I'll probably end up skipping that. Question is do I want to hit this to deny the US 6 IPCs, because he'll almost definitely land here if I don't. So that's something to consider. I might YOLO that. We'll see. Okay, so I'm just gonna buy 4 infantry, a sub. I want a second destroyer so I can destroyer block and keep my defense against surprise attacks, and a fighter because it evens out the money. I might even drop some of the infantry here just to get another sub, because he's starting to build up a little bit of a force now. And maybe I'll change my defense profile to group submerge. I'll need to remember to turn that off, because when I place the subs, I don't want his UK destroyer to attack it. Okay, so let's start with the easy stuff. I think I'll just take that there. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I think it's okay to do that. 1, 2, 3. I can hit with that as well. Now, the real question is do I want to hit this artillery? Because if I don't kill it, the USA is going to get extra IPCs, a lot of extra IPCs, but the downside is that fighter is going to be in nowhere, and that's assuming I even kill it. Oh, if he hits back, that would be bad. I think I have to go for it. Well, let me run a quick calculation. Can I zone out his fleet for next turn if I decide to attack it? So I would have 6 subs, 2 destroyers, 2 aircraft carriers, 2 battleships, 4 fighters, and a bomber. Okay, I can zone it out. So I think I will go for this just because it gives the US a lot of income, and I really don't want him to get it. Okay. I think that's good. Make sure this is safe. You can hit that with 5 planes. I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That should be safe. Okay. he got 2 hitbacks again with 2 units. Darn. He's killing me with these little hitbacks. Hitback, 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 hitback. Like, these really do add up in a game, especially early on. This is a huge if he gets a hitback. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. It's a little risky going for that, but I've been getting less than stellar dice, so I feel that I need to take this sort of risks. Make sure, can he hit this? 1, 2, 3, 4. He cannot. Okay, let's move. Maybe I'll even move 1 here just in case he does some weird YOLO move. Okay, well, other than the hitbacks here, or in Kazakh, it's a pretty reasonable turn for us. And again, I think we have the superior strategy here. He's had good dice, but it's really hard to pull off at Kill Japan first. So, okay. Well, I will, I think we'll wrap it up here, and I'll... Oh, yeah, I have Submerge with Fleet turned on, don't I? Yeah, I think I have to have Submerge with Fleet on in case he hits there. I can't put my Destroyer here because he can nuke it with his planes. But he doesn't know that I have Submerge with Fleet on, so if I put it here, it probably won't have a big impact. I don't think I even need to put it there because it has enough defense. Anyway, I'll put them here to try and discourage him from hitting that area. Maybe, yeah, I think that's the best situation here. This can be hit here with 5 planes. I think that should be favorable to me if he hits it with 5 planes. Okay, let's call it here. And I'll see you guys next time for Germany 4. Welcome back. It's Germany 4, and let's take a look at what Jippy did. Perfect bombing raid there. He got 4. Well, at least we got a hit back in Iwo Jima. That's something. Just continuing the Kill Japan. First tactic, looks like he did opt for France instead of Norway. Though, since he landed those units here in Karelia, he's just going to blitz that with UK anyway, so it's not going to help us as much as we might think. We do have a potential opportunity to hit this, which is 2, 4, 6 units versus what I have here. The problem is if I attack this, I have to land the planes here, which means they're dead. So I probably won't do that. Yeah, man, losing that Archangel attack and then allowing him to take Karelia has seriously screwed up my entire game plan. It's and having to send those planes there instead of back is letting things are just difficult. Anyway, let's see what we can do. We'll repair the complex, we'll buy some infantry, and let's maybe play a little bit greedy here. So I think I want to take this unit out, and the reason for that is I don't want him trading with Japan, because I'm probably not going to be getting any more Japanese infantry incoming for the rest of the game, so I'd like these UK units here to die out. I'm going to send 2 here with 1 fighter, and I'll send 2 fighters here because this is a really important fight. I think that's about it. Yeah. Just these little tiny battles just going against me, and that big Ukraine lucky fight has really put us into what I would consider a easy win game into a really tough fight. So let's see what we can scrounge up. Well, would have liked to take the territory, but that happens when you do those 1 infantry battles. Okay. We'll keep that guy there. Let's move forward everything here, because I really do need to retake Karelia. I'm probably going to move the AA there with it. Question is, do I want to land the fighter? This should be very safe here. Right? Yeah, it should be good. Little pitiful for tank rushing Germany, but yeah, can only deal with the cards you've been dealt with. Oh, these can all reinforce. Ah, this is gonna suck. Do I want these planes here is the question. I think I still want them here. So you can't be too greedy attacking France and reinforcing here. We're just going to keep these guys here, because if I move here, it gets in really easy transport range, whereas this forces him to expose himself to the battleship. And he doesn't have anything other than the bomber in range here, so it's probably about the best we're gonna get. But at least we've, well, did we get really good dice? Let me see. I think we got average dice. We killed 3 infantry and got 1 hit back, so well, it's better than last turn where we lost more than we killed on the attack, which is tragic. Okay, let's put the artillery here to amp up the pressure. Alright, let's look at the scoreboard. Scoreboard is evening out. what really matters is when we'll be able to take Moscow before Japan collapses. So since I don't have these fighters, he has a bit more opportunity to get things done. These are going to be hard to get back home. But if we're fortunate, we'll be able to take Moscow on turn 7. I originally planned turn 6, but things don't always go to plan. And we'll see how it plays out from there. Alright, see you guys next time for Japan 4. Welcome back, it's Japan 4, and let's take a look at what Jippy did. So, Pure Land by, hit Algeria. What did he hit it with? 6, 7 units. Nothing too spectacular there. I think, I think we did okay there. France, great, 2 hitbacks. Love to see it. Burma, average. Oh, this is what we needed. He lost 2 infantry, got nothing. That's fantastic. Knew he'd go for that. Glad I had the group submerge on, and I changed my defense profiles back. In fact, I'm just going to exit and re-enter just to make sure that applied. Just to make sure that applied. Okay, let's go back. Keep looking at combat. West Russia lost 1 infantry, killed 3. Oh, okay, good. This is what we needed. We can't get bad luck forever, right? So I looked at the state of the board, and I'm thinking, is this where I kind of just risk it for the biscuit and just block C-Zone 60 and say, buy 2 this and make this a 50-50 battle here? 50-50 battle. It's 54% he wipes me, or actually let me see. Yeah, 54% he wipes me, 45% I survive. So I figured this is probably a good place to put all our stakes, because if I retreat to here, I don't know, I guess I could do that, but it doesn't. I guess I could do that, actually. Maybe that is an interesting idea. Well, I'm wiffle-waffling on whether I want to place things here, because if I do, he can hit this with 6 units. That's a pretty advanced attack by him. Well, let me tweak around my buy a little bit. If I were to just buy this instead, well, how would that look? That'd be 4 fighters, 5 infantry, bombarders. That's still kind of a dicey look. And if I buy more infantry, I still won't be able to counterattack. No, I think I like my original instinct of just forcing him to YOLO against my navy to see if he gets a good result. Huh. Oh, I am unsure here. I'm gonna run some calculations real quick. Okay, I ran the numbers, and I think I'm in a... After he had that really bad round, I think I'm actually ahead in this game. And I think by offering him like a 54% chance to do whatever the heck he wants in this, in the Pacific is not to my favor. And I think buying 4 fighters, parking them there, to stall him at the cost of a destroyer block. If the sub hits, it's going to be 2 destroyer blocks, which would really suck. But I think that's the better play here, just to stall and see what we can get done with Germany just by delaying rather than saying you shall not pass. I think if this, you know, blew up in my face, then I might take that risk, but since I think we're in an okay position, I'll go the stall route rather than the 1v1 me bruh route. Okay, so let's move. I'd like to not attack with this. This is... I'm also considering just suiciding this to just try and take some extra territory. Weaken Britain a bit, get a little bit of extra IPC, because I'm going to get limited utility out of 4 transports and might as well try to convert the transport into something good. Yeah, he'll probably bomb it and kill it, but yeah, who knows? 1 IPC and it's not doing something anywhere else. All right. Next, I saw a pretty clever idea that will hopefully help Germany. Is I can hit this with a bomber, and this is technically, I think, like IPC even, slightly IPC negative, but the plus side of by doing this is that I'm going to be able to remove all of these defenders from Russia, which is gonna, 1, make it difficult for him to trade, and 2, it's also going to, you know, reduce the Russian death clock by a little bit. Okay, I think that's all we want to do here. Let me just make sure we're attacking here. Oh, wait, this is engage. Oh, okay, engage. Good. We do want to engage. Subs moving away. Really hope that sub doesn't hit back and that this goes well. This is the most important battle. If he hits back, that would really suck. Okay, good. Maybe not the most important. I still had a second destroyer. This is the least important battle. Maybe this is the most important battle. Okay. Wow, that went really well. Okay, I think... Where do I want to park that unit? Well, we're definitely going to put these guys here. Let's take one of you back. Calculated it, and he has like a 1% to capture. See, he can only hit this with 2 infantry, 1, 2, 3, and 3 planes. So I could probably hold that as Germany. Just might have to land some fighters there. Do I want to leave this artillery here? I probably do, because I don't want to give anything for free to Russia. I'll leave some guys here just to look angry at him. Is he watching? Oh, he is spectating. Okay. Do I even want to send these guys out? I have 2 artillery. Maybe I'll send 2. Keep some here to... he can defend this so easily. Do it with a Burma stack. Trying to decide if I want to empty more units from Japan, but I don't think I do. I'm curious, if he decides to attack that and stacks here, would I be able to... No, he doesn't have enough planes. 3, well... He might suicide bomb his planes there. Maybe I'll only go with 1 infantry, or maybe I'll put 1 infantry there to make it so he'd have to split if he wants to take this and nuke my infantry to prevent them from retaking Manila. I think that's a good play. Because Germany is mostly going to be the one trading here. Maybe I don't want to move anything out at all. No, I'll still move 1 infantry here so this artillery gets a little bit more use. This should be safe. Make sure that this isn't going to Formosa. It's not. Oh, I've lost games by landing units on this little devilish island there. Okay. All right, let's take a look at what the scoreboard says. Yeah, it's pretty close. You know, when you're ahead after your turn, that doesn't mean that much, but the scoreboard isn't really telling the tale of the tape here. The real way that KJFs are decided is how long can Russia last? And if you can last, you know, if Russia can survive like turn 8, 9, where the Allies have, you know, industrial complexes on Manchuria here. They've landed in Asia, and the UK still has a fleet. Usually it means the Allies are in a good shape, but if, you know, Germany takes Moscow before the US is fully loading into Asia, then it's a pretty difficult game for the Allies usually. So I think we're in good shape after that terrible UK turn for him. Terrible, terrible dice for him. Thank goodness. Okay, well, I'll see you guys next time for Germany 5. Welcome back. It's now Germany 4, Germany 5 rather, And let's take a look at what Jippy did. He bought infantry to keep being annoying here, and some more navy. So, killed the freebie transport as we expected. Killed the destroyer, no hit backs, such a shame. And loaded up his infantry. Let's see, Russia, no attacks, because he knows I'm going to move here, and then I'm going to hit him on turn 7. Thinking about that, to maximize our odds, I'm just going to buy 5 artillery, 1 for here, 4 for here, and then we'll keep on pushing. Okay, first things first, we're going to take that. I think I'm going to hit this. I think that might be enough. And let's just stop this from being annoying. I ran the numbers, and if I use all my ships and planes, I can get a really profitable attack here. This could also be really profitable for me, but when I thought about it, killing the UK Navy just doesn't accomplish my goal of killing Russia. Or it doesn't accomplish it. It doesn't accomplish it that well in any case. Maybe I should even only use 1 plane here. I should only use 1 plane, because, yeah, I think it's still a pretty high chance to capture. And I don't want to increase the odds of that AA triggering. I think that's what I'll do. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. AA gun nailed that fighter. Well, I guess we only had that one good round, huh? Now it's back to Doo-Doo Town. Let's move this farther away. Move everything up. A little tempted to move 1 tank up here to potentially blitz or hit that, but again, I want to just stay hyper-focused on killing Russia. This should still be safe, right? You can only hit it with... you can't hit it with that much. You can hit Berlin with the bomber, a fighter, and 4 land units. I should be safe. Okay. Is this safe? Maybe. Maybe it's safe. He'll probably want to hit it, though. Well, will he? He can hit that with 4 land units, 2 planes. I have an AA gun there. And losing that fighter was not what I wanted. Just want to make sure I don't lose Berlin to some desperate attack. Let me check my defense profile. Good. AA dies first. Okay. Okay, well, despite having an IPC negative attack round, I still think we're in good shape. Next turn, we'll converge all of our units into West Russia, and I don't think there's any saving Moscow from that. We're gonna have, let's see, 19 there, yeah, let's see, 18, 20 infantry, 8 artillery, 10 tanks. I'm probably gonna buy some bombers in Berlin, depending, and yeah, Moscow's starving. We're stalling pretty well here in Japan. I think we're in good shape. All right, well, I'll see you guys next time for Japan 5. Welcome back. It is now Japan 5, and let's take a look at what Jippy did. Purchased all land units. Looks like he's preparing to try to ram on through to Caucasus and a suicide attack next turn. Can't blame him for that. Decided to hit Baltic states, which surprised me a little. It was about average result. I got, yeah, about average there, and he just sacked everything to take it out, which was a little interesting. France, good rolls there, can't complain. Got skunked in Season 16, not a terribly impactful battle. Skunked in Western Australia was nice while it lasts, so a little bit of a mixed bag. Luckily, this bomber lived, which gives us the option of sinking the UK fleet, or at least trying. Now, I ran the numbers, and if I buy 3 aircraft carriers, I can hold this pretty comfortably. So that's what I think I'm going to do. It's like a 77% hold. And yeah, that's pretty good. But I'll need all of my fighters. So with this territory, I can't even attack it with fighters if I choose to go for C-Zone 5, which I think is really worth it, because that's a lot of value there. It's going to really cripple UK if I can take that out. If I let that get back there and he loads it up with fighters, it's going to become a nuisance. Okay, so let's just do a tepid attack here. I am going to hit this here because I really want to place an infantry here next turn to block his tanks from blitzing up. We're going to hit this here. I can only use 1 fighter because I need 10 fighters to land in C-Zone 60 for me to feel extra safe and comfortable. If these goes 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, they can't reach C-Zone 60, so I can't hit that. Yeah, we'll just have to go from there. Implausible. Nice. Not nice. Okay, this is the most important one. Okay, that was about the expected result. I'll take it. I think it was worth it, for sure. I'll just plop one guy there, one guy there. Let's pull you back. Oh, shoot! Oh, shoot! I made a huge mistake. Oh, I forgot to attack the sub. Oh, wow, that was a big blunder. That was a blunder, for sure. That gives him an extra sub that I didn't kill. Not good. Not good. Hopefully it's not too impactful, but little mistakes like that. It brought me from a 77% down to a 67%. Gives him 10% better odds to survive. That was blunder. In fact, I'm gonna even take, just to be a little safer, I'm gonna take these guys here to increase the overall safety of Japan in case he goes for that 32% conquer here. Darn, I really should have killed that. Well, nothing I can do about it. Nothing I can do about it. Just gonna make sure, because I'm thinking he's gonna go for this YOLO here. Even though it's a really bad fight for him, I think he's gonna go for it. Jippy's a gambler. He did that big Ukraine gamble that was a pretty poor fight to get back into the game. This, I think he realizes that in 2 turns, Moscow, there's no saving it, especially now that he lost his all his fighters. Then after that, it's just going to be, you know, he has 0 traction here with the U.S., so yeah, 0 traction. He has to kill this and take Japan, and now that I have 5 land units to attack against his 3, that should be a pretty crushingly bad odds for him. Shame I didn't kill that sub. I even planned to do it, but I just forgot about the little bugger. Okay, well, hopefully that doesn't come and bite me in the ass. If I come back next turn and see Japan conquered, I'm gonna be quite irked. Just make sure, yeah, it should be good. Okay, we'll see you guys next time for Germany 5. Welcome back. It's Germany 6, and let's take a look at what Jippy did. Bought a bunch of fighters, a sub, took France for free, lost a fighter on Burma, that's good, took the Philippines, so he finally made a move. Alright, and as for Russia, he just bought 3 infantry. Okay. Wait, did he attack? Yeah, he took West Russia, that makes sense. Okay, well, let's get the show on the road. I'm gonna buy minimal units here. I'm gonna buy one bomber to maybe attack Moscow. I don't think I'll need it. So it's mostly gonna be to deterring UK's future fleet. And tanks here for to help with the Blitz. And yeah, let's get the move on. Okay, so let's move the whole train here. Actually, I don't want to completely move all of them. I want to have a couple tanks here to deter him from blitzing a tank into here and getting a hit back. And I'm going to save one infantry to put it there to block his tanks from blitzing in and attacking the units that are going to spawn in Caucasus. Okay, let's hit this because it's just too juicy. 3 transports defended by 2 boats. Pretty good looking there. And I mean, I'm just not going to add the fighter just to give it more mobility. If I can't one round him with 30 units, then well, what can I do? Alright, this is the nail biter. Darn, you got a hit back. Whew. Got it. Okay, with that, he actually doesn't have any planes that can hit this, does he? I'll move that up to there. I mean, does where the AA gun placed make a difference? Maybe if he wants to. No, he's not going to suicide his planes. They defend better than they attack. Yeah, I'll put it there to make this strafe less appealing, to have less meat locking up. Okay, I'll put the fighter. I'll put the fighter here to further reduce the odds I don't one round his impending tank attack. I just feel so scary to have a naked, see, he can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. You can't reach. Just have to double, triple check. I've lost units before to bad math. Tanks here to blitz into Moscow. There. Two units defending Berlin just feels so wrong. But if there's no transport, you don't have to defend it, do ya? Alright. Man, I've attacked this spot 4 times and he got a hit, or 1, 2, 3. 3 times and he got hit back every time. Finally took Persia. That's the real victory here. Okay, and I think we're looking pretty here. Should be able to take out Moscow. I haven't run the odds here, but they look potentially promising. If not, I can just buy a bunch of subs and see what sticks. And even if all else fails, I think we're just in a winning position once Moscow falls. Especially with no UK Navy. So, looking good. See you guys next time for Japan 6. Welcome back to Japan 6. Let's take a look at what Jippy did. Took out the guy in Persia, did some, took some free territories here. Nothing too exciting. And I notice after my German turn, I'm like, oh, I want to make sure no planes can hit this. But I failed to account that a transport could hit it. So, whoopsie. I got a little tunnel vision there, but should still be okay. Who knows? It might be a hero bomber. Or we could potentially get the transport as well. But anyway, I feel very far ahead right now. This attack on Moscow is, you know, it's going to be a really, really high probability attack. So what I'm thinking to do at this point is I think, how do I lose this game? And this attack here is like a 77%, hugely profitable attack. Like, I should come out overwhelmingly ahead. But since I'm so far ahead, I need to think not how do I win more, I think how do I lose? And my first thought is, how I lose is I get incredibly unlucky. I lose this fight, the transports are fully loaded with all my land units for Japan, and then Japan is just defended with nothing but an anti-aircraft gun, and he takes Japan, and it becomes a nightmare game, and I'll probably lose from that point. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to try and not attack the Philippines, even though technically it's the probably the best move, but I simply don't want to do it. So I am going to do the sea zone attack, and if it all goes well, I can always take the Philippines another day. So I'm going to mainly focus on rebuilding a navy. Maybe I'll just buy an extra plane and infantry. 2 planes to help guard here. No, maybe I'll just stick with my original plan of 1 plane and 2 submarines. Because if that goes bad and I need to attack here, I'd like to have the subs to soak the damage. Okay, well let's get cracking. So obviously this attack is super juicy. There's no way I can pass up on it. I was also a little tempted to just hit Russia with a tank and infantry to maybe kill the AA gun, but he can just buy another AA gun, so it won't do that much. And I think these units are going to be very precious for defending this over here, because I can move 4 units here, but he can hit me with 5, so I'm not sure how that will go, but we'll see. And I don't think this bomber can... Well, I guess the bomber could reach here. That might not be a terrible plan. Let's see, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. I could go 5, 6 here. Yeah, I've seen worse plans. So, go with that. Let me just make sure 3, 4, 5, 6. I can land there. Okay, this is the big money attack. I just keep double checking, a little nervous. Am I forgetting something? All right. Well, that was lackluster. Do 2 hits here. I'm going to sacrifice the aircraft carriers for maximum. Oh, wow. These are horrible rolls. Oof. Actually, do I want to keep one sub? Maybe I should keep some submarines alive to potentially instantly sink his battleship. It's an interesting idea. I'm a little worried about what his counterattack would be. You can hit me with all of that. Yeah, the way I see it, yeah, you can hit me with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units. So no matter what's happening here, I'm going to probably be losing these battleships. Unless I can get a good retreat. I could start sacrificing planes, that's another idea. But I don't think I'm far enough ahead to where I can sacrifice planes and feel safe. My God, my rolls have been really bad. Ugh. Doesn't make... No, I have to continue or he'll take my money islands. I can't retreat here. Wow, this has been a really bad roll for me. I think I will sacrifice. Ah, wow, that was horrible. I think I calculated I was supposed to... I don't remember. I think I was supposed to have like 6 planes left over and a whole bunch of stuff. Well, this is... Yeah, I was supposed to do much better than that, but we still came out okay. Okay, so from here, I am going to keep this infantry here to prevent him from blitzing through here unless he's going to make a sacrifice. Actually, I wonder if I can... Can I hold this spot? Well, let's see. I'm going to be pulling all of these units back. because Russia's probably going to fall, so there's not much point for me to you know, guard these territories. Next, I could place them here, but he could ram into there with 4 units, and I'm gonna have 5. I don't think I want to allow UK to trade out my planes. So instead, I'll just place my units here. It doesn't matter super much if he decides to take this with UK, because that's income that the US will never get to see, because I just retake it. Yeah, I'll probably hit French Indo, but you can't play completely safe. Oh, this poor bomber. I'm gonna get rid of that map note so I forget about that poor bomber that that my negligence led to his death. So yeah. Double check my buy aircraft carrier. So okay, so maybe I will move one of these planes here. Should be good. Should be good here. He has no more transports. There's nothing he can really do to prevent us from taking that next turn, feasibly at least. Yeah, Japan is holding on. Moscow's about to fall. In fact, if we might not even need to attack it next turn, we could just chill, since there's very little pressure over here from the US side. So yeah, I think this is probably game. Yeah, let me run a quick calculation on our well, it's gonna depend. Like, when I ran the Moscow odds, I assumed he had a perfect strafe here. He killed 3 units, lost none, and retreated. Which is probably what he's going to try. Probably going to hit it with whatever strafe he thinks is the best. But even with the worst odds possible, I still have over a 90% capture. So, okay. Well, I'll see you guys next time for Germany 6. But I think there's a good chance Jippy might just concede here, since he lost the fleet battle. Even if he, you know, clears it, which he probably will. He just has lost all pressure on Japan. So okay, see you guys next time for Germany 7. All right. Well, as I suspected, Jippy would probably pull the curtain after that. You know, even though I got below average dice on that fight, it was still, you know, he needed to be exceptionally lucky. And even then, I think, you know, we were just too far ahead with Germany. Yeah, it looks like he decided to try and take that out a little greedily. Oh, what did he try to move? Bomber, 2 destroyers and stuff. Yeah, looks like he wanted to try to hold something back to discourage a retake, but got, I'm guessing, poor dice. So I think this game is a perfect example of how, even, you know, against top level players at least, kill Japan first is just really hard to pull off, especially if you don't do, you know, significant early damage as UK. He kind of focused on harassing Germany instead of Japan to great effect, I think. I think he did a great job of harassing Japan. Oh, looks like he Did he hit Northwestern? Oh wow, he got bad luck there too. That blundered bomber took out all those infantry. But yeah, sorry, a little off track. Kill Japan first is just a really hard strategy that I think I usually only try to do it when like Germany gets a successful sub attack where they kill my whole UK fleet or the US fleet here, and it's going to take a long time to build up pressure, or sometimes Germany buys too much air or planes, you know, very unique circumstances. I'll sometimes do Kill Japan first, but yeah, even with bad early dice, I think we handled it pretty. I don't know if I'd say comfortably, but you know, yeah, it's hard to pull off, and this game is probably a good showcase of that. Okay, well, I'll see you guys next time, and thanks for watching, and yeah, all the new subscribers are much appreciated. Take care.